Alright guys, in my next series of videos, I'm going to be focusing on how to draw the head and the face. I'm going to do a series of just very brief videos, just a few minutes each, where I focus just on each feature of the face. So I'm going to start with just over the overall head shape, sort of how to lay out, how to plan where your features are going to be, and then I'm going to do a video on eyes, nose, mouth. I'll probably do a quick little tutorial on how to do ears, do a couple of little hair techniques. I'm going to do these. I'm going to break these up over several very brief videos so that you can sort of follow each step really closely, and that I can kind of focus on each step one by one. So the first video, or the first video is going to be focusing on the shape of the face, right? So I'm just going to dive in, go ahead and show you how to draw the basic head shape, right? So if you're going to draw a head, everybody's head's shaped differently, but you want to focus on this oval shape, right? You want to make it kind of a general oval shape, almost like an egg shape, but upside down. You want it to be wider at the top than it is at the bottom, right? So if I'm going to draw a head shape, I'm going to try and draw just kind of a general, kind of a basic oval shape where it's wider at the top, right? And I'm going to come down and I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to make it narrower towards the chin, right? So I'm going to bring it in and make it narrower. Now, I'm not going to worry about at this point. I'm just getting the basic shape. I'm not worried about sort of, making it more detailed and more specific to a specific person. I'm just getting that basic shape down, right? So I want it to be like an egg upside down, okay? So now my next step after I do that is I want to, I want to draw a line that divides my face in half, right? So I want to draw a straight line straight up and down the middle of my face, right? And what that does, or the reason we're doing that, is because the face is symmetrical, which means it's balanced evenly on both sides, right? So if you draw a line straight down the middle of your face, it's going to be about the same on both sides, right? Everything's going to be balanced. So we're going to draw that line so we sort of know how to lay things out and know how to balance our face. That way we don't have one eye that's way over here and then one that's like right here. So the second part of that is you're going to draw a line, kind of a slightly downward curving line about halfway from top to bottom. And the reason you're drawing a line halfway from top to bottom is that's where your eyes are going to be. Excuse me. And it's really important that you place your eyes exactly halfway from top to bottom, right? This is something people get wrong all the time. And the reason they get it wrong is because they think, well, if the eyes are down here, that leaves way too much space up here. But what you don't realize is that eventually this area up here, the top part of the head, is going to be taken up with hair, right? So your eyes are going to be here. Once you draw in that hair, the eyes are going to look right. Like it's going to look weird at first having your eyes down here halfway down your page or halfway down your face. But once you draw that hair, it's going to make it look a lot more realistic, right? The eyes are going to look right once you draw the hair. Okay, so once you have that, you sort of have everything laid out. Now you're ready to go ahead and start laying out the rest of your pieces of your face. So you're going to sort of draw a roadmap to kind of figure out where your eyes, your nose, where you already know where your eyes are going to be, but where your nose, your mouth, your eyebrows are going to be. So I'm just going to draw a little line here for the nose, right? A good rule of thumb is about halfway from the chin to the eyes, right? Some people have sort of a shorter nose. Some people might have a longer nose. So it depends on who you're drawing, what you're drawing. But if since I'm just drawing out of my head, I'm going to make the nose right about here. About halfway. And then the mouth is going to be closer to the nose than it is to the chin. So if my nose is here, my chin is here, I'm going to draw just a straight line straight across for my mouth, right? And so there's my mouth. So I've sort of figured out where my features are going to be. I can go ahead, since I know my eyes are going to be on this line, and I know my nose is here, then I can sort of follow the bridge of the nose up, and I can kind of know that my eyebrows are going to be somewhere in this area. And this may change a little bit depending on how I make my face look, right? But I'm just kind of drawing in where the general area where my eyebrows are going to be, right? So So that's basically it. That's basically your first steps to drawing a face. It's just kind of figuring out where everything's going to be. You know, at this point, you can go ahead and start sort of refining the shape of your face. Like I said, everybody has a differently shaped face. You could square off the jaw to make more of a masculine face. You know, you could have, you know, some people have a wider face, you know, kind of a wider chin and jawline. You know, some people have more of a narrower face, kind of comes down to a point. So real quick, let me just narrow this a little bit. I'm going to make my face just a little narrower, bring it in a little bit. Now, whenever you're refining the shape of your face, the top of the head is mostly going to stay the same. It's mostly going to be just kind of a nice general curve up and over. But really, it's the bottom of the half of the face that you're going to be able to sort of refine and make more detailed and sort of make more interesting, right? So it's really like the cheekbones, the cheeks, the chin, the jawline. That's what you really have a whole lot of control over, right? Because pretty much everybody has the same top of the head, not exactly, but more or less. So I just kind of brought the cheekbones in. I kind of angled the cheekbones a little bit. And there you go. There's just kind of a basic face shape, right? And like I said, everybody's going to have a differently shaped face. I'm just drawing just a basic generic person to, you know, just kind of show these steps. So there you go. There's your first steps in drawing the human face. All right. My next video, I'm going to focus on the eyes, and I'm going to get a little bit more detailed. And you'll definitely want to watch that because the eyes are probably the most difficult thing to draw on the face because they're the most detailed. Okay. So watch my next video so I can show you how to draw the eyes. All right. Thanks, guys.